Hello everyone. Right now I'm going to do a couple examples of law of sines for you. Okay, the first one we're finding a missing side. So if we look here, we're looking for BC, so let's call that x. So we have 63 degrees and x, and now we need another pair. The only side we have is 13, and we have no way to find the other. So we're going to need angle B. Fortunately, since we know the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180, we can find it. 180 minus 63 minus 42 equals 75. So B must be 75 degrees. Then we can set up our proportion. Sine of 63 over x equals sine of 75 over 13. We can cross multiply to solve. So x times sine of 75 equals 13 times sine of 63. Since our goal, as you know, is typical of these types of problems, we want to solve for x. So if we divide by sine of 75 on both sides, we'll get x by itself. So x equals 13 sine of 63 over sine of 75. Depending on your calculator, you might want to put parentheses around this. And this should equal 11.99, which we will round to 12 kilometers. That is typical of finding a side length using law of sines. Sometimes we also want to find an angle. So if we look here, we want the measure of angle C, and that corresponds to 21 yards. We have 24 degrees, which corresponds to 31 yards. If we set up our proportion, we have sine of C, whatever that is, you can call it x if you wanted to, over 21 equals sine of 24 degrees over 31. We cross multiply. 21 times the sine of 24 equals 31 sine of C. In this case, instead of just isolating C, we first have to isolate the sine of C, because sine and C are kind of stuck together for now. So if we divide by 31, sine of C is equal to 21 sine of 24 over 31. Again, depending on your calculator, might want to just stick those in parentheses. So sine of C, if you put this piece in your calculator, you'll get 0.2755. I took 4 decimal places just to be extra accurate, I suppose. And then to cancel out or get rid of or undo our sine, we will do inverse sine. And now on the left side of this equation, these cancel, the inverse sine and the sine, so we have C. And that's going to be equal to the inverse sine of 0.2755. Put that in your calculator. You should get 15.99, which we will round to 16 degrees.